What's up, guys? This is Webby back again for your SmackDown Live review for May 9th, 2017. SmackDown from England, WWE still overseas, and they're putting on a pretty decent show for us wrestling fans. Just under 2 weeks away from Backlash. Jinder Mahal's big push continues. The huge rivalry between Dolph Ziggler and, come on, Shinsuke Nakamura. They had a pretty decent segment tonight. That was very intriguing. Really enjoyed it. We'll be going over that as well. Also, Rusev next week will be making his return to SmackDown. All that plus so much more happened on SmackDown Live we will be discussing tonight. Now, first off, in the opening segment, Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, and Sami Zayn all brawled out all in the middle of the ring. Randy Orton first started coming out and proclaimed he was going to win at Backlash. And said that the last thing he checked, you have to win a matchup to become the WWE champion. And that's exactly what he's going to do at Backlash. And the next thing we know, Jinder Mahal comes out and says he's going to bring honor and prestige and all this kind of stuff back to India. And he wants this big, huge statue made in India of himself, and he's going to bring that championship back there for all his people. Really reminds me of Muhammad Hassan, what Jinder Mahal is doing. Really reminds me of it. Really is getting over. I think it's getting over with the fans. And you know, because he's getting some legit boos out there. Can really see that. And WWE is doing a pretty decent job building up Jinder Mahal. Especially since before the roster shakeup, all he was doing was going out and jobbing to everybody in sight. So Jinder Mahal comes out and is proclaiming all this stuff. And the next thing we know, Kevin Owens comes out and he says, no one cares about India. No one cares about you, Randy Orton, or the House of Horrors matchup, or any of that stuff, or Bray Wyatt, or any of that crap. They all care about me. It's my time. And he strolls on down to the ring, and the next thing we know, AJ Styles strolls out. And AJ Styles proclaims that Kevin Owens needs to shut up. This is the house that AJ Styles built. He's going to take the United States Championship away from Kevin Owens. Everybody that was in a promo with each other tonight pretty much cut a promo on each other. And next thing we know, Baron Corbin comes out of nowhere and Sami Zayn attacks him. So that's it. You know, that's pretty much how all this boiled down. And then everybody started brawling. And a huge 6-man tag team matchup was made for the main event. But it was a pretty good opening segment. Then Becky Lynch and Natalya had a opening contest. Pretty decent matchup. Kind of like what they're doing with the women's division on SmackDown with the Welcome Committee. Some of these women, Tamina and Carmella, wouldn't be used at all if it wasn't for this Welcome Committee situation. They didn't have this, they wouldn't be used at all. So I'm glad they have that. Now, honestly, I can't see Charlotte being a babyface too much longer. She has too many heel tactics. at the end of this matchup, she tried to stop, Naomi from getting involved, which ended up costing Becky Lynch the matchup. And that's how Natalya picked up the victory. 1, 2, 3. Huge 6-woman tag team matchup at Backlash. We all knew this was coming, but at Backlash it will be Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Charlotte versus the entire Welcome Committee, Natalya, Carmella, and Tamina. So we all have to look forward to that. The Fashion Police. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Law and Order 2.0, pretty much. But Breezango going around acting like they're Law and Order, making fun of all the tag teams, doing this once again. This is part 2. We see the Extension banging around in the locker room. Once they knock down the door, the Extension's just standing there staring at them. But they were in the locker room banging around. And, they were just, detective work, acting like, police officers from, England. So that's what we saw with the Fashion Police tonight in their segment backstage. They're looking forward to a huge tag team matchup with the Usos for the tag team championship. Luke Harper versus Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan picks up the victory over Luke Harper. This is sad that WWE has nothing going for Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, and that the best thing they can do is just throw in a matchup for them to face each other, and it's a filler. Very, very sad. Nothing against the matchup, because the match was great for what it was. But you look at everything Luke Harper's done since the beginning of the Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt rivalry that went all the way up to WrestleMania. Luke Harper was a huge part of that rivalry. And now WWE has nothing for him. Sad. Very, very sad. As far as Eric Rowan is concerned, look, he was going down the hill so fast as soon as Bray Wyatt left SmackDown and went to Monday Night Raw. Because he does not talk by himself. He just doesn't. He can't talk. WWE's never given him a foundation to talk. So it was a good contest. Eric Rowan picks up the victory. But these guys would do great for the tag team division. If they're a tag team, they would act great that way. Or if they would split them up and give them a rivalry with somebody. Give them something to do. Not just this filler crap. Dolph Ziggler versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This rivalry continues to brew. Dolph Ziggler called out Shinsuke Nakamura tonight. Nakamura told Dolph Ziggler to shut up. Because Dolph Ziggler came out and was saying, I've worked hard for so long. It's been 8 years. It feels like 12. And you cheer for somebody that has never stepped foot inside a WWE ring and wrestled on SmackDown before. Everybody start chanting, Nakamura, Nakamura. And They chanted NXT and all these different types of chants. Always great. That's one thing that's great when WWE goes to England or one of those type places. They always lighten up the show by their chants. They're always exciting by their chants. And, you know, they really got into this segment. But Nakamura came out, everybody went nuts, and they had to stare down at Backlash. These two will definitely put on a clinic for us wrestling fans. Can't wait to see what happens. Breezango quickly disposes of the extension. No question that was going to happen. And then we had to listen to the Usos. Boy, those guys were irritating tonight. Coming out there talking about in 12 days, this is going to happen and that's going to happen. But in 12 days, they're going to retain their tag team championship. That's the gist of what the Usos was trying to say. That the Breezango cannot take the tag team championship. Look. Breezango, I hope, takes the tag titles away from the Usos. They deserve to take the tag titles away from the Usos. It's going to be a great contest either way. But the Usos promo tonight was annoying. Rusev, something very interesting that they've been teasing for quite some time, really, because every time Rusev comes on, he proclaims that he wants a championship matchup. And Shane McMahon continues to ignore him. And he's tired of being ignored. And next week, he's going to be on SmackDown Live. So he's coming back, and he wants his matchup at Money in the Bank. We'll see what happens next week on SmackDown. But as of right now, Rusev is determined to have a championship matchup. So, what will happen? We'll find out next week when he returns. Honestly, I hope Rusev gets a push because he's a good talent. And he was gypped around so many times on Monday Night Raw. And the huge 6-man tag team matchup, Jinder Mahal, Kevin Owens, and Baron Corbin versus Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and everybody's favorite taxi driver, Sami Zayn. Earlier in the night, we saw Sami Zayn in the back giving directions to Randy Orton and AJ Styles about how to win this encounter, and they had none of it and just left. So we saw something similar to that a while back when they had a 6-man tag team matchup. Sami Zayn doing that same similar type thing. But this contest, look, it was all about building up Jinder Mahal. Definitely. And it was a standard finish for building a superstar up because Jinder Mahal picked up the 1, 2, 3 over Randy Orton. Question is, will he pick up the victory when it matters most? Will he pick up the victory at Backlash when he faces Randy Orton for the WWE Championship? We will all find out. But right now, he has a clean victory. Clean W over Randy Orton. In this 6-man tag team matchup, see if he can do it in a one-on-one matchup. But that's SmackDown Live tonight. Pretty decent show. Good build towards Backlash. See what else happens next week on SmackDown. Tomorrow, tune in. I will have a video about Braun Strowman. He is rumored to be injured for 4 to 8 weeks right now. You're going to get all my thoughts about this and about him being injured and about what this does to his momentum. So tune in to that tomorrow. And until I see you then, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.